Have you ever felt like a small inconvenience completely derails your day? Maybe a spilled coffee. This happened to me just the other day. It was not fun. Or a delayed email or a minor change in plans. It can send you into a spiral of anxiety or frustration or overwhelm or anger that feels just too much for the situation. It's a feeling I hear about so often. Why do I react like this? Why can't I just shake it off? Why am I overreacting? And if you've asked yourself these questions, I want you to know you're not alone. And it's certainly not a sign that something's fundamentally wrong with you. Today, what I'm going to talk to you about is about why small things can feel so big and what is really happening in your nervous system. I want you to think of your nervous system as your body's alarm. It has a job, and its job is to keep you alive and to keep you safe. And when there's a real threat, it wisely kicks into gear: fight, flight, freeze. It floods your body with hormones, with heightened senses of awareness, and it gets you ready to respond. The problem arises when the alarm system gets stuck. And this was my experience, guys, from age, 15 to 40. So imagine a smoke detector that goes off every time you toast bread. It's just too sensitive. It's constantly blaring even when there's no real fire. When your nervous system is in this state, even the most minor of stressors can feel like a major, major threat. And take it from me, I know firsthand, it is absolutely exhausting. So let's talk about this overwhelmed nervous system. What does it look like in daily life? I want to share 3 common signs that you have an overwhelmed nervous system. So number 1 is disproportionate reactions. So think about it. You might snap at a loved one over the tiniest of issues. You might cry unexpectedly over something really small or feel this surge of panic during a major setback at work. Your internal reaction just is not matching the external event. Number 2, constant state of on. You find it incredibly difficult to relax, even on vacation. Your mind always racing. You struggle with sleep. You always feel this persistent hum of anxiety in your body. You're physically present, but internally, you are absolutely disconnected and possibly scanning for danger 24/7. And the third is feeling paralyzed or just shut down, or I sometimes call this analysis paralysis, where instead of fight or flight, you have this overwhelmed nervous system that just stops, freezes. We also hear things like disconnection or disassociation. You might procrastinate endlessly, feel numb or disconnected, or struggle to even make the simplest of decisions. It's your system saying, I'm done. This is just too much. I literally can't move. And for me personally, I went through all 3 of those at 2 separate times in my life, one in my 30s and one in my 40s. So why does this happen? And this is something I asked myself, especially when I hit this nervous breakdown my second time. Why was I having this perpetual sensitive alarm system? Well, what I've learned is that it's often rooted in past unaddressed experiences, especially those from childhood, specifically those from under the age of 18. When you grow up in an environment where your safety feels unpredictable, where your emotions were not acknowledged, or where you had to be constantly vigilant, your nervous system learns to be on high alert. It's an adaptation. It's a smart survival tactic, and it's adapting to keep you safe. And here's where a deeper look at your own story becomes so powerful. Understanding the why behind your overwhelmed nervous system isn't about blaming your past. It's about getting information that you need to heal and move forward. This is exactly why I developed the HURT self-assessment. The HURT self-assessment is designed to help you. It's a free private tool that helps you connect the dots between your lived experiences in childhood, the adverse events, the emotional neglect, even intergenerational patterns, and how your nervous system still might be responding today. It also highlights your incredible strengths and your resilience. It gives you clarity, not judgment. It's a starting point for understanding how your unique history might be keeping that smoke alarm in a stuck position. So, what can you do? While the hurt assessment will give you personalized insights, here are 3 simple things that you can start practicing today to gently soothe an overwhelmed nervous system. This is the first thing that I learned, and it's really, really quite brilliant. I want you to think about noticing without judgment. It's not the easiest thing to do, but if you can learn to do it, it's very freeing. When we feel overwhelmed, we get to just observe. Just observe what is happening in our nervous system. Just observe our reactions. When you feel that urge of overwhelm, you get to say to yourself, that alarm system is going off. You don't have to judge it. You don't have to give a story to it. We just get to know it. We notice it, we gain awareness. We cannot heal what we don't understand, and gaining awareness and noticing it is the first step. The second is we can employ all kinds of grounding techniques. You can bring yourself into the present. Look around and name 5 things that you can see, 4 things that you can feel, 3 things that you can hear, 2 things you can smell, and 1 thing you can taste. That's the 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 method. I'm going to go over it again. When you find yourself in this overwhelmed state, bring yourself back to the present and practice 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. So 5, look around and name 5 things you can see. 4, look around and find 4 things that you can feel, touch. These are about engaging your senses. 3 things that you can hear, 2 things you can smell, and 1 thing you might be able to taste. This brings your brain back to safety because it's in the present. And the third is something known as diaphragmatic breathing. You can practice slow, deep breaths that expand your belly, and this signals to your nervous system that you are safe. Even 3 to 5 deep breaths can make a difference. Remember, you are not your reactions, and your reactions aren't too much, and your body is not broken. Your body is simply responding to a story that needs to be understood. So, if you're ready to get clearer on your story and truly understand why your nervous system gets overwhelmed so easily, I invite you to take the free Hurt self-assessment. The link is in the description below. Take that first step towards clarity. You deserve to understand your experience. And if you found this video helpful, please give it a like and a subscribe for more content on healing trauma and creating a life that you love. I'm Stacey Uhrig, and I'm here to support you.